Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Penapple and today I am doing a very special video. I am going to be doing a sort of like tutorial for how I do my panoramic intros for my speed builds. So I've already posted the speed build on my channel, so if you want you can go check out what the finished product will be before we start. But yeah, I hope this turns out okay. I've never done a tutorial video like this before. Also, I have just moved to my new place, and so if the audio is off, please feel free to let me know. This window is bothering me. Can I fix you? You're bothering me. No, 1 second. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Oh goodness. So, yeah, so if so first of all, I want to say, the main thing is camera controls, and so James Turner from The Sim Supply has already done a super fantastic video explaining that, and that's how I originally learned. So I'm going to link that down below, and I super highly recommend that you guys go watch that. But just as a super quick crash course, right now we are in live mode, which is the game sort of playing mode, not build mode, because that has a restricted camera that's as far as I can go in either direction. So that doesn't work, obviously. And so the third sort of viewing mode is, I call it tab mode, and wow, that's a tree. And basically you can, it's more like an actual video. You can change whatever direction you're looking in. I'm doing this with the mouse. You can also do that with the keys. You can look around. The other day, what was it? Oh wait, I'm doing things I'm not supposed to be doing anyways, sorry. So you can use the A, S, D, W, Z, all those keys. I'd suggest playing around with them, but basically I just use A, D, W, and S. There we go. And I also recently learned how to make it go faster is if you press shift first and then you press the key, and that is a lifesaver. I have been going at this speed, yes, this speed, and it has been driving me crazy, and I'm so happy I found out that I can go at this speed, yes. But you have to press shift before you press the key, because if you press shift in the middle, it doesn't do anything. Oh, I just accidentally turned on sticky keys. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. This is gonna go great. So anyways, the next thing, I'm so sorry, I hope this is interesting. The next thing that you want to do is, so let's go to the back, because that's where I wanted to start, because the lighting is better back here. I actually wait for different times of the day for the lighting to be good. But what I'm going to do is I want to get a nice panoramic view of this back area. So you get into the starting position that you want. So I think this is probably good. And then you press Ctrl 5, 6, 7, or 8, and those will set a position for the camera. So if I move out, I press 5, and so it will slowly take me back. If I want to go faster, then I can, here, let's get away from here. I can press shift 5, and it'll get me there instantly. And here's some of the other ones that are just randomly set over here for some reason. They don't save in between lots, really. I mean, they do, but they put you in weird places. So anyways, I have that as my starting position, so now I'm going to go find my end position, and I like to rotate and go up or down a lot of the times, I think, if that makes sense. So I'm going to press Control 6 now, and now when I press 5, it should give me a nice rotating view. That's a little fast for me. I like to do mine a little bit slower, and you can slow down or speed up the rate of the camera, which is something I'm not going to go into just because that's a lot, and I think that wouldn't be too hard to explain, but James Turner does explain it. So what I'm doing to kind of slow down the camera without messing with the settings is I'm actually setting 3 points now. So I have this midpoint, so it's a bit smoother, and then I have a third point, and so now it's kind of like a 2-point turn, I guess. And so that makes it, I think, it makes it a little bit smoother. So see here, you can kind of take things in. When I first started out, a lot of my stuff was really, really fast, and it gets really busy, and it's actually pretty hard to see what's going on. And so I usually try and do this, do one camera like rotation in each direction, so I have something to choose from. So that's one. Then let's see. Another really easy one that I see a lot of people doing, and I do it as well, is we're going to end here. And this is actually going to be a sort of zooming shot, almost like you're walking, like you're a sim. That's too far. And so I'll probably go down just a little bit to add some interest. And so now when I go, that kind of tilted a bit. I didn't really like that, but you kind of zoom in. And when I go back to edit this, I probably won't do that full shot, just because once you're kind of at, let's see, about this point, you've got the idea, and then you keep going and it's kind of like, oh, okay, now we're in the forest. Oh goodness, I hope that any of this is helpful at all. Let me do, one of my favorites is to, especially I picked this build for you guys to show off because of this long tower section, and I like to do a sort of rotating view. And so I start off near the base of something, and I set up the camera by pressing Ctrl 5 again. Sorry if you can hear my keys clacking. And then once I get up here, I press Ctrl 6, and so those are my two spots. This might go a bit fast, but we'll see. So now I'm going to press 5, and ooh, I do like this. It kind of gives you like a really interesting view, and you kind of twist as you go up, and the more points you add slowly as you go up, the slower it'll be. And you could also get like it more twisted, like you can turn completely around. So that's one that I really like, and so that brings up a really good point. In I probably won't use this footage that I'm about to show you guys, but one of the things that I do really dislike about the camera is, so I'm going to set up a point where I want it to kind of give you the full view. And going back to this mode, the camera is different from how you move. And so what I would love is if I could do something where I slowly rotate the camera like this to show you. And so I've tried to recreate that by doing this, and so it kind of works. You see I have my 3 points, and so it kind of gives you a nice sort of panoramic view. But if you switch between the two endpoints, it zooms in as you go, and so that can get a little much because you want to see the whole build. And so when you zoom in this close, you're like, okay, that's some nice windows, Penapple, but can we not? Yeah, and this is all just how I like to do it. If you guys like to do it in a different way, that is also very legitimate and super cool. Anyways, so another reason why I did this tower is I wanted to show you kind of, sometimes I like to do this sort of view where I go down, which can be difficult. Like the interior, let's not start here. 1 second. Oh my gosh, what did I click? Oh my gosh, I'm lost. I'm in a tree, guys. I'm so lost. Okay. Sometimes I get really lost. Okay, here we go. So let's do an interior shot. These are a lot harder. First of all, because if you set off your starting point in a wall, the game hates you, and it'll rotate like here. Let's pretend like we're actually trying to do this here. I just want to go from here and then go over to here. And so you think that'd be a straight line. Oh, well maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll just be rude. Maybe if I go back. Oh, there we go. The camera does really weird things where it twists around and it'll make you nauseous, and it's just really obnoxious. So that is why you have to, whenever I'm inside, I always try and check to make sure that I'm not actually in a wall area, because otherwise the camera goes crazy. It doesn't like that. But let's do an actual interior. So I think I do like this kitchen. I think I will do a diagonal sort of shot. And so I'll set up a point here, and then I will go over here. Wow, that was really fast. And now it's kind of a twisted turn, and so, oh, well, the camera's mad at me now. I made it angry, guys. Sometimes it'll snap out of it. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of extra prodding. But here, I like this shot because it kind of goes along the line of the counter, so you can kind of see everything that's on there, and also you can, if you look, you can see stuff out the window too, which I think is really cool. So that's one of the ones. In the past, I'm going too fast. I have tried to do stuff like starting on the staircase. Also you can do the scrolly thing. The wheel scroll to zoom in and out, or you can press Z or C, or not 0x. There we go. So I would set a position up here, and then I'd go down and be like, oh cool, we're going down the stairs, and it might work this time. Oh hey, it actually did work. But sometimes the game gets kind of mad at you if you're in between floors, I think, but this is okay. This is okay. So yeah, so that's basically it for inside. I find I have a lot of trouble in such a small room as this to do any sort of meaningful shot, but you can definitely try it. But really, this is about as zoomed in as I feel I can comfortably do something, because you start off here, it's kind of, it's a bit much. I don't really know how to describe it per se, but let's do that shot I was talking about in this cute little bedroom. So this is going to be cool because I'm going to go all the way from the bottom to the top, but we do have an issue of when you go up every floor, all the items disappear for a second. So that's really annoying, but we'll see how it works. So all of the stuff disappears for a second. So if you're fine with that, that's cool. I would probably go back and edit out that 1 second where all the stuff is vanished, which might make the film a bit jumpy. So it's kind of up to you whether or not you want to use that technique of, you know, going through multiple floors. I like it. So I will probably use that footage, but you know, even when I'm just using my own controls, you can see everything sort of flickers and it's really quite annoying. Oh wow, this is pretty. Okay, sorry. I also, when I do my panoramic shots, I do usually take this time to take screenshots by pressing C, just because that makes it easier for me in the long run. But I think that's mostly it. Yeah, that's actually about it. One of the things I both recommend and don't recommend is movement. So if you press 1, that's normal playing speed, 2 is fast forwarded, and 3 is super fast. And so, but when the game is going, it's actually harder for your computer because it has to think about all the things it's doing. And so it will make your footage less cohesive. It'll make it a little bit more laggy. So especially when I'm doing interior shots or any shots that don't involve water or fountains, I usually try and have it pause, which you press 0 to pause. And I did have one other thing to show you, but that requires sunset. So I'm actually going to cut ahead and get back to you once it's sunset, and I'm in between, I'm gonna take some more shots because I can. Oh wait, I know one thing I can do. Sorry, I keep getting really distracted. So when you're in tab mode, you can like go explore all sorts of things in the background, like these weird, like one-dimensional sheep that are really creepy. But one thing I do like to do is go, gosh, sorry, my phone buzzed, is go from a really far area, like here, and I press the Ctrl 5 to set up the angle, and then I have to now find my house. I've lost my house. Okay, it's over here. So this won't be the actual one I use because I'm setting up really quickly, but I then would set a point here, and so then you can kind of, actually that's kind of nice. So you start out with this big area, and it kind of helps to introduce you to the house that you're showing, and so I like to have that as an introductory piece. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, the main thing with everything is you just keep playing around with angles that you like, and that sort of thing, and just try and work with the game instead of against it, because there are so many things that this game does that are super annoying, and they can be kind of hard to work with. Like clipping and stuff is really obvious when you go places, move around. Like you can see these shadows right here with the fence. When I zoom out, you can see that the shadows kind of glitch a bit. Just, it's kind of odd. But anyways, I will now actually fast forward. Okay, so we are back, and it is later in the day, and the reason why I wanted to be later in the day is for the sort of ending of my intros, the outro of my intros, I like to have the sunset and kind of highlight the natural beauty of sunrise, sunset. Sometimes I do sunrise too. So first thing I do is I obviously wait until it's getting close to sunset, and you can see the lighting has changed, and I like to take screenshots in different lighting just to kind of see what looks best for the thumbnail. But the first thing I need to do before I figure out the sunrise, sunset, whatever, it's sunset, is figuring out where the sun is going. So sometimes it can be kind of hard to tell because of the way the clouds in this work. and whatnot, but the sun will be going from here and down. So one second, let's see if I can, aha, it will be going from here down, and my house is over here, so I don't know if this would actually be a very good sunset thing. Sunrise would probably actually be better. I don't know if I'll do that though. But if this were a different house, what I would probably do, one second, sorry, I got out of position, is say this were the front of the house over here. Oh gosh, I'm going too fast. Say this were the front of the house. I would end about here, and you can already see that the sunlight changes things. Like when I scroll up and down, it kind of adds a really cool sheen, which is why I like using it. So if this were the front of the house, I would probably end something maybe in this spot. I wonder if, see, this spot would be better because there's more stuff going on in the frame, but just for the sake of the tutorial, I would end here probably. So I'd set up my camera there, and usually I'd start off by a higher position, so here, and so the camera would shift down as the sun sets. Another cool thing you could do is using the trees to your advantage. They highlight the sunset beautifully, so you'd like start in the trees and you can kind of see the sunbeams playing around, and it works a little bit better. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. I just got the living poop scared out of me by our new buzzer system into the apartment. It's really terrifying and scary, and oh my god. But anyways, while I was collecting myself out of my momentary panic, I decided what I wanted this sort of sunset shot to look like, and so before I actually start the action moving, because you can't rewind, I wish you could, I'll show you. This is what this shot, actually no, that's too slow. This is what the shot is going to be. It's a little fast, but since I'm probably not going to actually use this and I just want to show you guys, I thought it would work. And so the sunset should be coming down this way and should crest over the hill and look very pretty, and you've kind of got, it's not the best view, but it's kind of just how it is. But yeah, so let's see, let's go back up to here. Well, first I'm gonna actually show you guys it coming down a bit, and because it moves kind of slowly, I'm letting it dip down a bit. There we go. I think that'll be good, because you don't want to just be watching that all day long, because it's not that interesting. But so I'm in the starting position, and so sometimes I like to start off when you can't see the sun in a slower speed for to make the transition smoother, but in this case I think I'm just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna press 3 to make it super speed, and then this will take me to my final angle, and then oh, that's perfect because you can just see the sun. Oh, that's really pretty. I like doing that. And so then usually when I would go back to edit this, I would speed this up really fast, and I will usually stick around for a while just letting the camera go, because sometimes the houses look really pretty when they light up, when they transition from this darkness. It's coming, is it? There we go. See, that one wasn't that dramatic, so I probably won't keep it, but that is about it. Let me get out of this slightly awkward camera angle. But, oh, hey, the moon. The moon, wait, which, oh gosh, I wish, see, now that would have been nice. Maybe we can still do that. Can we still do that? No, because the moon's going up. That would have been perfect. Oh my gosh. If I could turn back time, I would do it just so I could get the moon rising, because I will show you what I would do for this moon rising scene for the finale. So I'd probably start off about here. This is relatively pretty. It kind of plays with some of the angles. I like doing this sometimes. You kind of get this cool, oh wait, this will still work. Oh, you guys, it's still gonna work. I'm so excited. Oh, this is the muddy shot. Okay, so we'll make sure that this is the angle that we want. Is it kind of slow going? I think no, I'm going to adjust it. 1 second. I will get back to you once I have stopped dinking around with this endlessly. Okay, so I have it set up, and here is an example where, because of the position the moon is in, I don't want to lose it, but to make it look realistic, I have to actually have the game moving. So, am I still recording? Yes. I don't want to mess this up. I really don't. Okay, so I'm going to press 1, which is the slowest speed, and then I'm going to press the 6 button, which is my last camera angle. And then once we can really, either once we hit the ground or probably once we hit the ground, I'll hit the 3 button. And then you can see the moon rise over this. Oh gosh, I'm so excited. I hope this works. This is me constantly. It's me being like, oh, please, please, I don't get a second chance at this unless I play through an entire 24 hours in the Sims game. So fingers crossed that this works. Okay. Okay. Press 1, we're going, and then we go down, and I get ready to press the 3 button, and then I press the 3 button, and the moon goes up. Hopefully that looks better when you speed it up. I don't know how well that turned out, but we will see, you guys. I will let you guys see this first. I hate it when the Sims walk by. And yeah, so anyways, now that we're finally done, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to ask me tons and tons of questions. If I wasn't clear about anything, I tend to cut myself off a lot when I talk. I recently subbed one of my own videos, and it was so annoying because I'd start talking and then I would just stop and start talking about something else. So anyways, if you have any questions, you want me to explain anything further, please don't hesitate to ask. Also, definitely go check out James Turner's video because his is a lot better, and that is where I learned the complete foundation for what I just showed you for everything. But yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing maybe how I edit together the intro, I don't think I'll do it for this one just for time's sake, but I could do it for another one if you guys are interested in how I edit together all of this footage that I've just taken. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a really great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!